Hey gang, Ronan here, welcome on back to the Cade, and another episode of our first time playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. And as you can see, we are not where we last left you. We're back here at Fireland Shrine. So before we dive too far into this episode, there's a couple things I want to go over really fast, because between last episode and this one, I did spend about, I'd say about an hour or so doing some major league farming back at Anne Rolando. And I did it because I needed to be able to stock up on some stuff. So what I managed to be able to do, and when I say I did some farming, by the time I was done and started working on the upgrades that I needed to do, I had in excess of 200,000 souls. So I could have leveled up a whole heap and heck of a lot, but that wasn't the impetus for why I did it. So what I managed to be able to do was I went and primarily got enough stuff that I could upgrade things like the Boulder Side Sword to +5. In the process of taking out a gazillion Anne Rolando Silver Knights, I have not just one Silver Knight Straight Sword, but I now have 4. I was also able to bump up the Black Knight Sword to +5, so it is maxed out now, +330. And when I show you what the overall damage is, it's 330 is the regular plus thrust damage, which is 159. So on each swing, this sucker does in excess of 490 damage a shot, which ain't bad. But the other big ticket item that I was able to ratchet up was I now have a +5 Black Knight Great Axe, which, as you can see, on its big swings does 343 plus 247 strength damage. So this thing tops off at 590 damage a swing. I'm going to be using this quite a bit before this game is over, I have no doubt. The other thing I managed to do was I replenished some poison arrows. I also stockpiled my large and standard arrows. I got some smaller ticket items that I didn't really need to worry about. I also bumped up the longbow to +7. I don't know how much more I'm going to need to use it, but it was nice to be able to at least have that give me a little bit more damage. And I still have the enchanted ember that I need to give to somebody, but I'm not entirely sure who. Unless I've already given them to everybody else. But the other reason why I'm here is because I want to see, now that we have gone ahead and started the storyline that has us eventually taking over as the new Lord of the Dark, we still haven't talked to Frampt yet. And I want to talk to him and see if there's anything that
Sorry, fool. You could not be the chosen one. Enough. I shall slumber until I am awakened again.
Well, that answers my question. So, now that we've got that done, we still need to go through and finish out everything down in the underground in, it's the Cavern of Izalith, and deal with the Bed of Chaos boss. Now, because we were able to get through the Fire Sage Demon and the Centipede Demon, we have the shortcut from here in the Daughters of Chaos to be able to get us down here. The other thing I'm going to go ahead and do on this is, now that we have gone through and done the storyline where we have given the humanity to her, and we've been able to bump up stuff. Like I said, we can kill her at this stage and get a Firekeeper soul that will help us out. The problem is it's going to extinguish this bonfire, but there's a bonfire back over here that I can use and bump that up as well. So, unfortunately, she's got to go. But out of this, we get a Firekeeper soul. Now, he is not happy. But as you see, that is that. But oh, there's something over here. I didn't realize there was an item over here. When I first came over, there was nothing. Helm of Thorns, Armor of Thorns, Gauntlet of Thorns, Legging of Thorns. So this was Kirk's set. I will take that, and actually, when I think about it, we can come down here instead. And the other thing I found out is if we come down here, this was what led us back to where the Fire Sage Demon was. Because that takes us back out to the Demon Ruins. So we drop down here, we'll lose a little bit of life, but that way we can bypass the fire breathers up here. I might as well take these guys out. Whoa! I missed on that swing. As you see now, I'm hitting them for 330, whereas before I was hitting them for, I think, 291. So let's warp back to Firelink really fast. So I'll redeem the Firekeeper soul with the Firekeeper. And we now have a +5 as this flask. The other thing we still need to do is there was that door that was off to the right of the Fire Sage Demon that was down kind of in that hallway that we didn't check out. Now it said it was locked by a contraption. I don't know specifically what I need to unlock it, but we can go down and take a look at it at least. Because it's very possible that now that we've taken out 2 bosses, that at least one of them may have unlocked that door. Let's see. As long as I don't get that Taurus Demon moving. Alright, get over here. And if push comes to shove, if this doesn't unlock, then we're okay. You just won't be able to open the door. I still don't know what these things are, but they look like face huggers, which is not a good sign. Locked by some contraption. Okay, well. That didn't open the door. No, I want to go up. Skirt around the Taurus Demon. I'm not going to worry about those guys, because we're just going to head on down this way. Now, it is very possible, and if not highly likely, that the 7,300 odd souls I've got, I'm gonna lose them by the time this episode is over, and I won't be able to get them back. Because from what I understand about the boss we're gonna take on in this episode, it is the one that most Dark Souls players that I have watched have the most to gripe about. And Solera's not here yet. Now, I also know, having watched playthrough of this game years ago, there is a trick to theoretically make this fight easier. And we're going to find out. I'm definitely going to put it to the test. So this is Lost Island. For some reason I thought it was Island Cavern, but 6 in one, half dozen the other. Alright, so this way. Essentially, we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're really not interested in dealing with any of these big, ugly mugs. $360 souls, I'll deal with that. What I really want here is just to get back to the bonfire. So as long as we stay here. Now, if we die in this boss fight, which again is highly likely, we'll at least start right here, so it won't be super ridiculous to get back here. Let me see where we're at on time really quick. We're at 14 minutes thereabouts. We should get this done. Now, all these rolling statues, I'm not even remotely interested in fighting. What we're going to do is we're just going to run on by them. Because it makes no sense in stocking up on souls right now. Right? And this guy will be easy to run by. He says I get stuck on a root. And he won't come chase us up through here. We're not going that way. We're going this way. So, from what I understand, this fight is done in 3 stages. So what we're going to take on is a huge, like, plant monster that has 3 different points we have to hit. There's one on the left, one on the right, and one in the middle. Once you take out one of the ones on the left and the right, then you have to worry about the overall monster getting stronger, and then we have to go and take out the right one. And the big thing that really ticks everybody off about this fight, from what I remember seeing, is that it does these huge sweep attacks that can knock you into pits because it will basically blast out the floor while you're on the ground. And it's really easy to get knocked into one of those holes. You instantly die, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, what I want to do is I want to equip some lighter armor, or at least lighter weapons. I don't need to have super powerful weapons for this, because essentially what I got to do is I just got to hack through some stuff and stay out of the way. Which is part of why I kept, or at least I thought I had it still. I thought I had... So I can use the black leather armor. Yeah, we'll use this. We'll use the black leather set. Not that it's going to make us too much faster, but in theory this should help us burn less stamina. And the other thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the Mask of the Child. Now, the Mask of the Child gives me a stamina boost. It looks kind of goofy, but what I really want in this fight is I want and need stamina. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my... Whoops, did I just... I think I did. I did. I turned the shield off. I want the Grass Crush shield again because I want that additional stamina keg. Okay. So, we've got 8,300 souls. If we keep these through the entire fight, I'm going to be really surprised. Now, the trick in this is that once we take out the first vulnerable spot, I'm going to hit start and start the game over. It will start us back here. We'll have to go back down, but then the first one will be gone, and we'll have the next one to take out. Take that one out, hit start, restart it again, and we go for the third one. And then that's kind of the quick way of beating this without having to try and work your way from one side to the other. And you'll see, I'm dreading having to fight this. It's one thing to see other gamers play it. It's another thing entirely to be the one who's got to fight it. So yeah, this is the bed of chaos. And these big orange domes over here are what I need to get to. Now the first one I think is pretty straightforward. This seems easy enough. Because now all I gotta do is just hack my way through here. Alright, and now what we want to do is we want to quit the game. I didn't mean to jump out of the cutscene, by the way. And as you see, we're right back here at the stairs. So we got one down, one to go. Or one down, two to go, I should say. Now this thing is going to be a bit ticked off that we've already taken out one side. As you see, it's got a big flaming arm over there. Now the other thing is that we're going to see ground start to disappear. And down into the hole we go, and we just die. So, like I said, this is one that I have been told is so frustrating for people. That you gotta go into it just accepting the fact that you're likely gonna die at least once. I'm not going to worry about swapping out all my gear because we just got to be able to get through all this. Alright, we're past all that stuff, so I can put the chlorine ring back on. And the reason why I went for so much stamina boost is simply because we're going to have to be doing so much running here. So get by all these guys, head back up this way. Past old Buckethead. And let's try it again. Now, it is possible if we can take the first hit. Eventually, get our souls back. Here we go. Oh, we got hit just as we got over there. That's what I was trying to avoid. See, you get caught up on the roots, and I was hoping if I could just get over there, then I could take a swig of Estus and be able to get by there. And then we could start hacking away, but that didn't turn out to be the case. Alright, here we are on lap 3. Put the chlorine ring back on. Now, the one thing I am sacrificing by putting on all this stamina resilient stuff and taking off my Silver Knight armor, everything, is poise. And poise, if you'll recall, is the ability to withstand damage and not get knocked over. It is very much a case of robbing Peter to pay Paul as a matter of concept. But it also comes down to being able to make sure that we can get over to that side quick enough. I don't know if having the shield out is going to help. I mean, we might be able to nullify one shot, and really that may be all we need, but otherwise it's just a case of run. Okay, that was helpful. Alright, so I won't drop this one just yet, but now we've cut that side, and now it is super tense. And now I want to quit the game. Now what we're going to do is that we need to go straight underneath for the third spot. But the floor is going to fall out in front of us. And there's a spot that we've got to jump onto. But even once we do that, we still just got to haul. So it's going to drop. Whoop, and we got swept and we died. So those 8,300 souls that we had sitting over there are now gone. And I was hoping we would be able to get to that spot just fast enough. But if we can get by this, now that the floor is exposed, we'll be able to avoid the sweeps. Then it's just a matter of running up there as fast as we can. And finally hitting that last spot. Then we don't have to worry about dealing with this anymore. Which will be great, because we are already at 27 minutes. So this one may run a little long. I'm hoping this is the last time we got to do it. Alright, past you one more time. I mean, by comparison to the Ceaseless Discharge and the Fire Sage Demon and the Centipede Demon, yeah, this one is really annoying. Alright, so we gotta get going, and we gotta run a little bit off this way. Whoa, okay. Now we're in. And we just snap roll. And it's this little group right here, I think. Even though we got hit with the fire column, we have taken out the Bed of Chaos. And we got a Lord Soul for it and a Humanity. And there's a bonfire right here, even better. How much did we get? 60,000 souls for that effort. And we are going to warp out of here back to Firelink because I don't want to have to be here anymore. And we will swap back out my gear. So put my Silver Knight set back on. Get the Gargoyle Helm back. Trusty Black Knight Sword +5. And we can level up Vitality. Or Strength can go to 493. I think we're close enough with Vitality getting to 40. We'll just keep chipping away at that, and then we'll go to Strength next. So, now that that is done, and we've taken out one of the three options that we have left, the second one we're going to go to is we're going to go to Anne Orlando. and we're going to go through the gate that will lead up to the area that we had checked out before when we first got here, but it wasn't open. Now it is. So in the next episode, we're going to explore that side of things and then see where that leads us. So if you've been enjoying the content, as always, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. Remember, we post episodes every week here. We do our one-day playthroughs. We do WTF Wednesday. Those will be coming back. Again, we do those every other week for the time being, along with our Dark Souls playthrough, which we do Saturday and Sunday. We will be bringing back Sports Saturday and Sucker Punch Sunday for those of you who have been asking about it. Those haven't gone away. Again, it was just a matter of picking my battles on how much content I can put together along with my day job and other life things. So it's all done with the idea of I want to avoid burnout as much as I can, and I want to be consistent with how much stuff I'm able to create. So that's why we have things as they are, and that's why Sports Saturday and Sucker Punch Sunday will be coming back. They're not going away, but once we're through with this playthrough, then we'll bring them back at that time. So, and hopefully that will be sooner rather than later, if I'm honest about it. So be sure to follow us on social media through Instagram and Threads at Ronan's Retrocade. Spread the word about us so we can continue to expand our goals and build our subscriber base. It's all about trying to create content that is good for you guys. It helps us be able to create a community that loves these games across the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth generation, like I have, having been a gamer for the last 40 years. And as always, my name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this time with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming, and we will talk to you again from Anne Orlando in the next episode. Bye.